Mystery and intrigue await. A sea of opportunity. What lies beneath the waves? Wealth? An untold story? Or perhaps death? A fishing game like no other. Around every turn, a new obstacle to overcome. Terror lies in wait. No angler is safe, no matter how experienced. Every day is a challenge, and well, I'm up for it. Welcome back, everyone, for another episode of Completed. Completed is a series that follows Globe's route to getting all of the achievements for a particular game. Today, we are talking about Dredge, a game developed by Black Salt Games and released the 30th of March, 2023. Dredge has a total of 60 achievements worth 1,450 gamer score, and this includes the 2 DLC packs, the Iron Rig and the Pale Reach. With the 2 expansions, Dredge will take you roughly 20 to 25 hours to complete. Every achievement has a story. Stick around as Globe gets all 60 in Dredge. Dredge starts off with your character crashing by a lighthouse. After being fished out, the mayor gives you a new boat. Well, not new, but afloat, at least. You start off by learning the mechanics of the game so you can pay him back. Then the game is just about making money to upgrade your boat and finding the secrets the sea has to offer. You start off slow. Everything you do in Dredge takes time. Moving, fishing, dredging, all will drain your day, so you can only get so much done at a time. I find the beginning of the game relaxing and enjoy exploring the area as well as catching new species. It doesn't take long to meet the fishmonger. He will buy any fish caught, and the shipwright who can sell me upgrades and repair any damage to my vessel. Meeting both of them earns me my first achievement. I'm tasked with finding some eel for the fishmonger. Catching them grants me my first aberration. These are variants of creatures and are highlighted with a purple background. Returning it to the fishmonger reveals an interesting path. He gives me a handkerchief and tells me to go meet the collector, a mysterious man who tasks me with finding more important trinkets scattered throughout the sea. I spend most of my time fishing and collecting materials for upgrades, and dredging turns up a key, one of the relics the collector was asking about. So I bring it to him, and he gives me an achievement in return. I slowly grind away at the upgrades. It will take a while, but will be worth it in the end. The time spent grinding soon pays off with an achievement. For whatever reason, I find the inventory system in Dredge satisfying. I eventually fill up my cargo with the correct fish to unlock an achievement. I also finally sell enough fish, unlocking me another. Throughout the game, there are these hooded individuals that ask for specific fish. I must complete all their tasks so I may complete all quests in the future. The game does have unexpected surprises that make exploration exciting and also nerve-wracking. After changing my underwear. Nah, I'm just kidding. It wasn't that scary, but definitely elevated the heart rate for a brief moment. Anyway, I complete a quest and dredge up some sellables. This allows me to have enough money to upgrade to hull 2 and have a bigger storage. Definitely helps a lot. I realize I never used my new ability, Haste. It was given to me by the collector when I gave him the key. It allows you to go a little faster, but if you're not careful, you can damage your boat, costing you cash. It wasn't long. After I started using it, I unlocked an achievement to keep the meter above 50% for 10 seconds. Completing a quest unlocks a small area in the Gale Cliffs, allowing me to dredge up another relic for the collector, the music box. Another achievement down. Turning in the music box unlocks another ability called Manifest. This allows me to fast travel to the collector no matter where I'm at. Using it for the first time pops the dimensional bypass achievement. Throughout the game, there are these sort of shrines, and they are essentially mini puzzles requiring you to put certain fish in a certain pattern to complete. More on these later, but there is an achievement for completing them all. I meet a couple of characters who are crucial for my progression. First is the airman. I must find all the missing pieces to his squad's motor. This will unlock me bait, which will be used for an achievement later. Then I meet the researcher. She is vital for me to catch hodl and abyssal species. In order to unlock the equipment to do so, I must first catch 3 rare species using a troll net. Some species can only be caught while trolling. The fish she needs are not specific to trolling, but it's the only way to catch them at the moment. I catch my 250th fish and continue the grind, selling and collecting materials for upgrades. I earn enough money to purchase the versatile rod so that I can catch 4 different types of fish, including the volcanic fish. Now, I can visit the Devil's Spine and begin the task of lighting all 3 fires for the shrine. The Devil's Spine has tons of mystery. What are these fires going to unlock? There's a tower that requires something as well, but what? Messing around in the area earns me the money to unlock another hull and another achievement. The process of fishing and selling, trying to complete the tasks for the shrine, sees my wallet increase in size, allowing me to slowly continue to unlock upgrades. I unlock the final and fastest engine, and an achievement greets me for doing so. Dredging in the area, I find these stone tablets. Collecting all 4 looks like the item needed for the tower. It is, indeed. Completing this unlocks me Flame of the Sky, a new light for my boat. Equipping it sees my lumens rise, unlocking an achievement for reaching 3,000. I complete the first flame task. This unlocks me the first flame, as well as the encrusted talisman. Equipping this item grants me a higher fishing speed, unlocking me the Swift Reaper achievement. I managed to save enough money to purchase and install the engine I unlocked a little bit ago. This increases my speed, seeing another achievement unlocked. The next several hours are spent grinding away, dredging for materials, building upgrade after upgrade. I'm awarded with unlocking the final hull and an achievement to go with it. I complete one of the shrines that aren't associated with the Devil's Spine Flames to progress that achievement. I find a treasure while exploring the Stellar Basin. Taking these items to the trader and selling them grants me an achievement for selling $1,500 worth of trinkets. All crab pots are unlocked, and I'm starting to close in on the upgrades finally. I complete another Devil's Spine challenge and earn another flame. I start placing crab pots trying to catch their aberration variants in each area. I also equip a troll net so I can progress the researcher's quest. Collecting the samples for the researcher isn't hard and takes little time. Turning in all three, the researcher tells me where I can find experimental parts for abyssal fishing. Once those are turned in, she gives me a device that allows me to begin catching abyssal-type fish. With this new equipment, she asks me to collect even more samples. But first, I get an achievement for researching all fishing rods. Turning in the remaining species grants me a book to increase my stats. Having the ability to abyssal fish, I'm able to collect another relic for the collector, unlocking another achievement. This also allows me to complete the final flame challenge in the Devil's Spine, which gives me another relic for the collector and another achievement. The collector also gives me a new ability called Atrophy. This allows me to guarantee an aberration variant when fishing in fishing holes. This will allow me to catch all the variants much quicker. I find the motor part for the man in Twisted Strand. Now he is able to craft me bait. But first I'll have to collect fish in the area for the bait to be crafted. He also needs my help killing the creatures in the area called mind suckers. These are responsible for killing his crewmates and are the main threat in the area. Once the bait lures the creatures into the traps, I will have to collect pieces of them and return to the man. This completes his quest, rewarding me with another relic for the collector as well as an achievement. This also unlocks the end of the game. I can choose to beat it now, but there's still plenty to do. I accidentally used the Foghorn ability for the first time. It's used to lure enemies, but in this case, it unlocks an achievement. I then begin cleaning up the other quests I have left. There is an achievement for catching every species of fish in Dredge. This includes the aberrant versions as well. I find a rare fish inside a waterfall. Rare fish can only be caught once and are needed for the achievement, so I try to catch those when I can. I finally unlock the last research by unlocking all troll nets and get that achievement. I spend the next couple hours trying to catch all the fish I didn't have, including the aberrant variants. Luckily, the game is pretty good about telling you where to find each species. That ability atrophy I mentioned earlier is put to work. However, I can't use the ability on the crustacean species or the handful that need to be caught with a trawl net, but I do get an achievement for catching 100 crab. I also get an achievement while trying to equip rods for every type of fish, so I don't have to keep switching equipment. One of the fish, the moonfish, proves trickier than the rest. It's tough to see the fishing hole with the waves at night, but eventually I track it down, and I finally catch all known species. Not long after I catch the final aberration. I now needed to complete the final side quest. Doing so unlocks one of the final achievements for the base game. I thought I visited every dock in the game, but clearly not. I search around for a couple minutes and unlock that achievement. I'm now on the home stretch, at least for the base game. I complete the Shark Shrine, as well as the Crab Shrine, earning me the Servant of the Shrine's achievement for completing all shrine puzzles. The game does have a spyglass, but I never used it. There was an achievement to spot a fish from each category, such as coastal, volcanic, shallow, etc. Takes me a couple of minutes, but easy enough. A little more grinding sees the tangled in this web achievement pop. I head back to the Man and Twisted Strand and grab some bait. This unlocks the bait ability. I now needed to catch 3 different species in the same spot using bait. This achievement was a little finicky, as I only caught 2 species in the first spot. When I tried again, the achievement just unlocked. So yeah, I don't know what happened. The next achievement was also a bit finicky. It required you to banish 10 enemies using the banish ability. You see, Dredge has 2 modes, passive and relaxing with no enemies. Then there's hostile and annoying with enemies. I play on passive, so I never use this ability. I tried to get the achievement to unlock for about an hour, but no luck. After some digging online, it turns out I was using the ability too early. I'd see the enemy use banish, and the enemy would run. I needed to let the enemy get closer for it to actually count. So it took longer than it should have, but unlocked eventually. The next achievement was easy. I had to use the atrophy ability, the one that guarantees an aberration, but I had to use it on a fishing hole far away. To do this, I just had to be far enough from the hole when using the ability. Now, there are only 2 achievements left in the base game. They are for getting the 2 endings. The first is obtained by taking the collector to a specific spot. He will then throw the relics overboard and say some kind of ritual. The second required me to visit a specific dock and go through the dialogue, then take the collector's book, seemingly by force, and tell the lighthouse keeper, then throw the book in the sea. I also get an achievement for unlocking all other achievements in the base game. Now it was time for the main DLC in Dredge, the Iron Rig. This DLC is a decently big questline, seeing you help build up a rig and stop a beast. The achievements mainly consist of upgrading the rig and stopping the beast. First, I must find a couple of supply crates and deliver them to the rig. This unlocks my first achievement. I begin by hunting more of these supply crates, so I can begin building the various buildings on the rig, as well as upgrade them. Of course, the DLC also has new fish. The scientists asked me to find several new species, but in order to unlock them, I need to complete a task for the foreman and deliver some fish. This starts a cutscene, with the rig's drill seemingly cracking the ocean floor, leading to a leak. This sludge is where the new fish are found. Driving in it makes your boat crawl. It also damages your boat slowly. I start catching the fish the scientist is looking for to advance his quest. It takes little time to upgrade all buildings and get the achievement. Just material grinding, basically. I complete the scientist's request, and this adds more sludge to the map, adding new fish I need to collect. I unlock the siphon trawl net, allowing me to collect this sludge, which I can use for upgrades. When you drive through the sludge, you collect dark splashes used to craft canisters. I get an achievement for having 5 on my boat at the same time. I complete another task for the scientist. However, this time, drilling pisses the beast off, and it latches onto the rig. I must now go visit the researcher from the base game and get schematics for a defense system. Once built, it proves effective repelling the beast, at least for now. There's also an achievement to fully upgrade the defense system, so I'll need to keep that in mind. Repelling the beast adds more sludge to the map and more species for me to find. Eventually, I upgrade my hull and unlock another achievement. I continue collecting fish for the scientist and grind out upgrades, leading me to an achievement for finishing one of the buildings. Using the siphon trawl net, I scoop up enough sludge to collect 10 canisters, which pops the Dark Custodian achievement. While fishing in Twisted Strand, I start working on catching the aberration variants using the atrophy ability. I end up catching an exotic aberration, unlocking an achievement. Delivering more fish species to the scientist unlocks sludge in the final area, the Devil's Spine. I progress with hunting down all the aberrant variants. It turns out the crew doesn't want me to upgrade the defense system. Instead, they want me to sabotage it, as they don't want to aggravate the beast any further. They would prefer the beast destroy the drill. So I must visit the researcher again and learn how to sabotage the system. The drill is destroyed, but the rig still stands. Achievement unlocked. I finally catch the final species included in the Iron Rig DLC. Soon to follow was all aberrations. The final achievement for the DLC was called the Gleaming Goliath. There was a bit more effort involved with this one. You had to evade that which stalks the disturbed sediment. This required you to switch out a passive and play with enemies. Finding a sludge pool and spamming the foghorn would eventually see a kind of sludge monster appear. He would try and lunge to attack, and you must dodge at the right moment for the achievement to unlock. A couple attempts were needed, but it was accomplished. The final DLC for Dredge was in sight. The Pale Reach. Compared to the Iron Rig, it is super quick and easy, for the most part, but we will get into that in a moment. First, I need to find all the pieces for the icebreaker. This allows me to open various zones in the area. In order to first get within the giant iceberg, I need to fill a net with bait. This will allow a narwhal to open the passage, allowing me to search for the parts. An achievement is also obtained for feeding the creature. Now, I can begin looking for the parts. Once they're acquired, I can build the icebreaker, unlock an achievement, and move freely within the iceberg. Aside from new fish included in the DLC, the main goal is to free these shadow people. There are 4 total, and the only way to release them is by finding an ice axe. Once one is freed, an eye will close on the giant frozen creature and I'll get a flame. Why are there frozen people? Why is there a giant frozen creature? I have no idea, but gotta do what you gotta do, I guess. While dredging looking for ice picks, I find something called the Ice Shaper. After giving this to the merchant, it unlocks ice blocks. Holding these in your inventory causes fish to decay slower. I buy several from her, as I seen an achievement associated with them. And pop, achievement unlocked. This also unlocks me the ice fishing pole, so I can begin fishing the area. I spend the next hour or so catching the new species, as well as their variants. I also find the rest of the ice picks and close all the creature's eyes, unlocking some kind of reward. There's another one of these hooded guys at the Pale Reach. I complete his tasks and unlock an achievement for finishing all side quests in the Reach. Releasing all the shadows and closing the creature's eyes unlocks a portal. I can place this anywhere I want in fast travel, but pretty useless at this stage in the game. I mentioned you get flames from the shadows. Sorry, I was wrong. They're actually frozen hearts. Now that I have 4, I bring them to a shrine and unlock an achievement, as well as the radiant trawl net. This is needed to catch the giant squid, a creature needed for the last couple achievements. The squid grants me an achievement just for catching it for the first time. I catch the aberrant squid and proceed to catch the final species needed. I get the achievement for all species, but nothing for the aberrations. When I look, both are unlocked. Xbox has been having this issue lately, where achievements don't pop on screen and it's driving me nuts. But anyway, with that, all 60 achievements have been unlocked in Dredge. Dredge is a nice, relaxing game. Something you can put on while you watch a show or a movie. The DLCs at the time I purchased them were $12 in a bundle. One of the DLCs, the Iron Rig, takes about 6 hours, so it's more worth the price than the Pale Reach taking about 2 hours. Since I played this game on Game Pass, I felt giving something I enjoyed. $12 was justifiable. All in all, I enjoyed my time with this game, and it didn't overstay its welcome. So, how hard do I think it is to get all 60 achievements in Dredge? Well, there's nothing really that was an issue. Some stuff took me longer than it should have, but hard? No. A chill achievement experience and an interesting take on a fishing game. I'm giving Dredge a 2 out of 10 for achievement difficulty. With a couple afternoons, you can complete the base game and relax doing it. So, if you've managed to make it this far, I just want to say, I really appreciate it. And these take a while to make, and I hope you enjoyed your stay. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one. Take care.